Hey YouTube, it's Rena, and today's video is about the NBA. It is next Tuesday. It is now Friday, October 17th, 2025. So NBA season officially starts on October 21st. It's going to be 2 games, and I know a lot of y'all are kind of new to NBA and don't know how to research the props and stuff like that. So this is going to be my first NBA video that I teach you all how to look at props. Okay, so first I want to basically go over where you can find a lot of stuff because a lot of you are new to Outlier and stuff. As you can see, I started the video out on the Insights tab. You can actually come here to see like the latest trends and stuff like that from last year and what has hit and what hasn't hit, and you can filter it to your likings as well. So here on the Insight tab right here, you can go to teams again, not teams, you see games. All right, so here we know the Rockets and the Thunder is playing on Tuesday. So here are all of the insights that it gave you. Jabari Smith Jr. has failed to exceed 1 first quarter assist in 16 of his last 19 games on the road. And if you scroll down, you'll see a lot more, right? You'll see a lot more. Now, usually a lot of y'all kind of see me go here to the games tab and just click on the games and go like this. But really, it's a different way you can also do it as well. But the reason why I like to go to the games tab first is because I want to look at this information here. Again, we're going to be going off of 2024 stats until there's enough data to actually give us a 2025 stats. So as you can see, this is the Rockets and the Thunder's 2024 team rankings. It shows you their effective field goal percentage, the turnover, offensive rebound, free throw rate, and the points, and it's like defense and offense, and you can switch it up between teams here as well. Okay, now instead of doing how I usually do it by going into the player props tab and going here to like offensive and stuff like here, now you can honestly just go here to the prop section. Okay, you can honestly go here to the prop section. You can show the alternate lines if you want to alt the lines or whatever book. I'm going to show you the filters that I use personally. So that way you guys can get an idea of how I do things. Let me X out of that first. All right. Because I have my filter set up already. So I want to show y'all step by step how I do things. All right. So this is how I like to personally filter things. Again, I'm going to go to the first game. Okay. Now, I don't know if a lot of y'all are into overs or unders. But I'm gonna look at overs today, and then the next video we can do unders. Okay, so a lot of you like can come here if you want to look at, you know, just the individual player to see how they do. Go to the players little tab right here. You can just click on whatever player you want to look at, because I know there is a promo going on where you can actually choose who has the most, I think, PRA, like the points, rebounds, and assists. So if you just want to look at any individual player, you could go right here to kind of see. That's how you choose the players if you want to just look at them individually. Now, what I do when I go here to this props tab, I like to scroll over and I like to go to hit rate. Me personally, I like to start at least, me personally, just me, the Rena way, at 55. Like at least I have to have a 55% hit rate. Even 50 is kind of pushing it to me, but 55 I feel like is, you know, it's good, because if you round up, technically it's 60. All right, so 55 to 100% is what I like to alternate the hit rate for. Now again, I'm looking at overs today, so I'm gonna look at overs. Okay, now if you want to see who has the best matchup for the games, because as you can see, if you look down here, if you look down here, you can see the opponent rank and what they rank at the position. Remember, guys, red means unfavorable, green means favorable, yellow means it's a good matchup. It basically means you have a good matchup. Okay, so what I want to do personally is I want to see who have a favorable matchup. So just remember this: great matchup, favorable; neutral, average; unfavorable, bad matchup, poor. Okay. All right, so I want to see who is got a favorable matchup here. Okay, now if you want to look at other things, like you don't want to just look at everything. Okay, you can honestly go here to propositions, and whatever market you want to look at, you can kind of bet here. So today I'm gonna show you how to use, like, I guess the points. As you can see, and all of them don't even have favorable matchups. Oh my god, like what? All right. All of them don't even have favorable matchups or neutral. But then we have Alfred Alfred Sengun. I think that's how you say his name. So now I'm going to go back. Sorry, I have my British accent. All right, now if I take away the over, you can see here, you see how everything turned green because I chose to look at the favorable matchups as well. Now we see that they rank 6 against his position. He hit this under 10.5, so 11. I don't know why I say that. 10.5, 10.5. Tomato. So 11 points he went under in the last 5, the last 10, last 20, 75%, and head-to-head 25%. So against this team, he don't really go under a lot, as you can tell, right? As you can tell, he don't really go under a lot versus this team. So you just have to take that into consideration right there. So whatever you're looking at for your players, and here it gives you the implied probability. So again, remember I told you I set mine to 55. Not saying that something that's under 55 can't hit, because it 100% can, because it's a lot of new players, a lot of new matchups this season coming up, a lot of great players, offenders, and I just love it. Like, I just really, really love it. I just feel like it's going to be an amazing season so far. Okay, again, you can filter it however you would like. So points, rebounds, points, assists, they have everything that you can just want, like anything that you want to research. Again, I'm gonna do a lot of these videos here soon, so that way you all can kind of understand how to. They got points, rebounds, and assists. So y'all gonna hear a lot of terms. Not everybody is gonna say points, rebounds, and assists. You're gonna hear PRA, or you're gonna hear PR, or you're gonna hear PA, like points, assists, points, rebounds, or points, rebounds, and assists. Okay, you're gonna hear a lot of that. Okay, so just remember that. Just remember that when you're actually looking at a lot of these games. Okay, now here I'm gonna show y'all my favorite one so far. Even though I told you I was gonna start doing points, I was looking at him earlier, and he was my favorite player last year for a block. The little old point guard, Shy Gelgius. I don't know how you say his name. I'm gonna just call him Shy. All right. So this is Shy's block. In the last 10, he is 6 of 10 in the last 10 getting a block. Okay. And then head to head, he is 3 of 5. Okay. Going over 1 block. All right. He is 3 of 5 against him, going over 1 block. Now, this right here, I love right here. Okay, so it tells you the overall blocks allowed that the Rockets allow is 28. So that's a favorable matchup, but I honestly want to see where Shy ranks here. 15, so he got an okay average matchup here. That's not all you want to look at though, okay? When you scroll down, I don't know if y'all watched my last video on how I research hockey, but the supporting stats section right here is going to be your favorite section to actually look at, especially during defensive props. But make sure you're using this section. Is here to help you, to guide you, anything and above, okay? Now, for all of y'all that are actually new to NBA season, it's your first time betting NBA, please take in consideration there are some things called blowouts. Blowouts hurts. They hurt, because if your team is winning by, let's say, 50 or whatever inside of the 3rd or 4th quarter, they start pulling starters to make sure that they don't get injured and they can stay healthy for the next game. So make sure y'all mindful of that. But the first thing when looking at props on anything that you want to look at, please pay attention to minutes. When it comes to minutes in the NBA, you want to make sure they at least play 25. Okay, you want to make sure they at least play 25, because if they don't, if they only playing like 15 minutes and it's not a blowout, they're gonna be on the bench most of the time. So just keep that into consideration. As you can see, that shot is actually averaging almost dang near 40 minutes, which is great. So he has a lot of time on the court. Now I'm looking at his blocks here. Okay. I'm looking at his blocks here. Again, we know he's 3 of 5. He plays 30 plus minutes. Now, when you're looking at defensive stats, also make sure you're checking fouls, okay? Because if you foul out, he's not going to even get this. As you can see on November 8th, 2024, right here, he had 2 fouls, but he still was able to get that block in. So he kept his foul count low. So he averages about 2 fouls, okay? Which is good. So when you are looking at defensive players and you're looking for blocks or steals and you see, okay, they average 2 steals or they average 3. When you go above that, you are in danger. You are in the red. You do not want to bet on people who have high fouls, because I believe it's like 6, or was it 5? 5 or 6? I forgot. But let's just say 5 for now. Okay, you're out of the game. You're not getting back in. Okay, take that into consideration. So you don't want their fouls to be too high, because then they're going to be taken out of the game. Okay, they are going to be taken out of the game and you are not going to like it. So right now he's averaging about 2 fouls and he had 3 blocks. Okay, so I like him for a block a lot. So he knows how to actually position himself in order to get, you know, a block, whether it's a steal or anything like that. Just make sure y'all are paying attention to this section when you are looking at defensive props, because if they foul a lot, you do not want them. One, they're gonna get sat on the bench if they are fouling a lot, and then you won't see them for a whole nother quarter. It don't matter if they're a starter, a bench player, or nothing. If they foul a lot, they're gonna be considered in foul trouble. Okay, so take that into consideration. Okay, now points, same. I didn't want to look at Shaw at first. Okay, so his line is set at 31.5, so 32 points. He is 5 of 10 in the last 10 going over 31.5 points, so 32 points. He is 1 of 5 in the last 5 going above 31.5 points. He is 1 of 5, so he didn't go over a lot. Now head to head, he is 3 of 5, so he went over 3 times against the Houston Rockets, going over 31.5 points. All right, versus point guards last year, they ranked 30th. They ranked 30th in points allowed to point guards, which we know that Shot is a point guard. Okay, we know that they were allowing a lot of points. They couldn't guard him. If you watched the NBA last season, you know that Shot was unstoppable. Whether it was about ref calls or anything like that, he was unstoppable. Okay, now that we're on points, I can actually get you to look here. All right, scroll down. Remember, I already told you about minutes. He meets those requirements. He averages 2 threes with 6 attempts. Okay, remember, like I said, if you watch my last hockey video, it's the same thing. So 6 attempts and 2 threes made, so he's about 40%, as it says right here. Very risky, because it's a lot. And last year Shaw actually kind of sold me a lot in threes, a lot. So 6 attempts with 2 threes made is kind of crazy. He want to at least make 3. Okay, at least make 3. But when you look here at free throws, okay, he has 9 attempts and 8 made. If you watched anything about the NBA last year, one thing, Shaw was a favorable player to get. He get those calls from the refs. Okay, he gets those calls from the refs. He goes to the line, and that's how almost all his points was figured out. Okay, so when you take that into consideration, take all of this in consideration, what they ranked last year, like I said, until it's enough data this season to go by. Just go by supporting stats. I'm sorry, points allowed, and head to head, we know he's 3 of 5, so we know he could do it. Last 10, he's 5 of 10, but the last 5, 1 of 5. But he's been doing really good preseason as well, so we're gonna just hope that he does really, really good. As you can see, they're kind of moving his line a little bit. They don't know what to do. They honestly don't know what to do, but it's gonna be opening day, so just be very mindful. If you have to water down lines, please do so. Please do so, because it's opening day. Anything can happen. Okay, Again, as always, drop a like and comment inside of the section for what you would like on the next video, and I will make a next video for you guys. Okay, anything that you need help with, I got you. Anything that you need help with, I got you. Just tell me what you need help with, and I am here to help you. Again, this is Rena, and thank you for tuning into the video. I hope y'all liked it. Bye.